Hello students. In the previous video, that is the part 2 of History of Novel, we have seen how various novelists, male and female, have contributed to the richness of novels. In this video, we are going to look at the Indian scenario of the novels, that is especially English novels, how and when they started being written in India, and how today we have so many authors who have been contributing to the English novels all over the world. Okay, so let us begin. Now, in India, the first English novel was written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay in 1864, and the name of the novel is Rajmohan's Wife. Now, this novel was also serialized in the Indian field. Okay, so this was the first novel in English which was written by an Indian. Now, the period after that is marked by few more novels which was written again by the Indian writers, and these novels had a particular characteristics. That is, they had nationalistic virtues or social issues which were prevalent during that time in the storyline. So various authors like Mulkraj Anand, Raja Rao, R.K. Narayan. So these three were known as the major trio, okay, who prevailed in the period after that. So after Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, after he wrote, that is around in 1864, later these three novelists, they started becoming very much prominent, and their novels became very well known and famous. Okay, again they wrote about the social issues. If you read the novels written by R.K. Narayan or Raja Rao or Mulkraj Anand, you will get to know the social situation during that time. Then we also had novelists like Anita Desai, Nayantara Sahagal, and Arun Joshi and Manohar Malgaonkar, who changed the current of Indian English novels. So earlier, the novels which were only focusing on the social issues or the nationalistic topics which were going on, or the national, movements that were happening in the society during that time, in the country during that time, all that was focused in their novels. But later on, these authors, Anita Desai, Nayantara Sahagal, they completely changed the way the novels were written, and they gave new insights to the novels. Again, after them, we also have various novelists like Amitabh Ghosh, then Vikram Seth, okay, then Upamanyu Chatterjee. They all made the way the novels, looked, or the way the novels were written. They all raised the bar for the level of novels that were written earlier. So they made the novels better by their with their writings. Okay, they added new features to it. Now, in the recent years, we have so many novelists like Salman Rushdie, Adiga, Arundhati Roy, Kiran Desai, Kiran Nagarkar, all of them. Can you see on the screen the number of novels which are written by all the Indian novelists? And you have so many more coming every time. Okay, so all this is a great richness of novels that we as Indians also have added to the history of novels which have been carried for many centuries. Okay, so the tradition of Indian English novels has undergone a vital change. Like if you see right from the first novel up till now, since its birth, it has been undoubtedly changing for a great way, in a great way, and we always can see the difference in the novels from century to century that have been written here in India by the Indian novelists. Now, the next thing what we're going to look at is a novella. Now, I told you a novel is a literary genre which consists of various characters, and we have seen that how there are so many ways that the novels written. There are gothic novels, there are novel of manners, there is stream of consciousness, and so many different varieties of novels that we have. But apart from that, you also have a literary genre which is known as novella. Now, what is the novella? Let us look at it. Now, the word novella is originated again from an Italian word which is novel. Okay, novel means again something new. But what is the difference between novella and novel? The difference is that novella is a shorter version, it's a shorter form. Okay, not version, but it's a shorter than a full length novel, but it is longer than a short story. So you have novella, then you have first you have novel, then you have novella, and then you have short stories. So novel is a full length story, okay, and then a little smaller in length comes the novella, and then smaller than a novella is the short stories, okay. Now what are the features that you will see in a novella? In a novella you will find that the story is well structured, it is very short, it is narrative, like somebody is narrating it, and it is often satiric or realistic in tone. Now, what is satiric? I have also used this word before. Satiric means when you use humor or exaggeration just because you want to ridicule or you want to expose people's stupidity. Like, you choose some characters, maybe in society around you, and you want to highlight the behavior of those characters. Then you use humor, like, you make some things funny, but through that, you also show the character of that person in the society who's actually maybe there, okay. So it's a fiction, and so satiric or the realistic tone is used in a novella. So in a novella, whatever you will read, you can very much relate to it, okay. Then novella also focuses on only one incident, and there are few characters, like just maybe one or two characters which are seen in a novel. Now let us look at the famous novellas that we have various novellas like Heart of Darkness, Animal Farm, Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Turn of the Screw, Billy Budd, and Death in Venice. These are some of the famous novellas that we have in the history of the literary genre novellas. Okay, so now that you have understood the difference between a novel and a novella, let us look at the elements of a novel or a novella. Now, every novel or novella has these factors which are related to one another in the story that we read in a novel. Okay, so the first one is theme. Now, what is theme? Theme is one or more direct or indirect statements about the human conditions as evidenced through the work as a whole. It refers to some general idea which is embedded in a story. So it can be defined as a generalization about life or human character in that story, which the story is made up of. So when you talk to your friend or you tell them, I have read this novel, and then the friend says, okay, can you just tell me in short, or the overall idea, the central idea of the entire novel, and then you just tell them that this happened and then this happens and then there's this character, and at the end this is the consequence to the actions that take place by the characters. So this entire thing, whatever you tell, the central idea is the theme of the novel. Okay. The next thing is plot. Now, plot is the sequence of actions and events in a story. So the story begins with a particular incident, and then there is a climax, and then there is the end to the story. So in a plot of the novel, the author usually chooses only one of the events and only one action that takes place throughout the entire story. The next element is character. Now, characters are nothing but the actors in the novel or the novella. Character simply means the person who acts or who appears or who is referred to in a novel. It refers to many of the make-believe persons we encounter in the fiction. Now, character is the person who takes a part of the event which are described in the plot. In characters, again, we have two types. One is the major character and the other one is minor characters. Now, who is major character? Major character is the character of a person who always appears in the novel until the novel comes to an end. Sometimes it is also said as the leading character or the protagonist. Now, the leading character is a more ordinary and realistic character. Whereas on the other hand, minor character is the character of a person who seldom appears in the novel. Okay, so this character usually appears occasionally, and hence it is also called as the antagonist. Now, what is characterization? Characterization, students, is the depicting of clear images of a person. So, what the person is, you can completely, describe the person, his behavior, his actions, all of that. It does not matter who or what the characters are, so long as we identify ourselves with them. Okay, so we can identify the nature of the characters. So that is characterization. The next element is setting. Now, what is setting? The time, the place, the social circumstances that are seen in the novel is the setting of the novel. Setting is the local and period in which a story occurs. So the story takes place in a hilly area, or the story takes place in a dungeon or in a castle, somewhere like that, or some a particular place is named. So that entire place or the time when it takes place, that is called setting. Now, a story must take place in space and time, and therefore you must have some setting. A setting is as important as the character, because without the character we cannot have a novel. Similarly, without the theme or without the time or place shown, we cannot understand what the novel or where the novel is, the story is taking place. Then we also have conflict. Now, what is conflict? Conflict is the struggle between the opposite forces in the story. It is called as conflict. It is in the story which provides interest and curiosity about the plot, like what happens next. Okay, so that is something which brings a curiosity in the reader, and he wants to then continue reading the novel till the end. Then the next one is language and style. So the language of the novel and the techniques which is used by the author for the narration of the course of events is known as the style. So sometimes old language is used, old English is used in the novels. So that is the particular style that the author prefers to write his novel in. Also, apart from that, we have this point of view, which is another element. It is the perspective from which a work is told. So sometimes we have the first person narration, or we have the third. Okay, so point of view is also one important tool in telling a story. Sometimes the author might tell it as he himself has experienced, while otherwise he might tell it in a third person point of view. Okay, so these are the various elements that make up a novel. So let us see the gist of each of them. We have the plot. So plot is nothing but the story of the novel. We have setting, the place and time of the story. Style, the way the story is told. Theme, the message of the novel. And characters, the people in the story. And apart from that, we also have seen conflict, okay, which is the part which provides curiosity in the readers. Okay, it brings in curiosity and interest in the readers. So I hope you have understood the elements of novel. In the next video, we will be seeing the various types of novels that we have in English literature. Until then, thank you.